Good morning, everyone. Let's see if this is going to come out right. Sometimes it's so difficult to express on how to restore things. Yes. I feel like every experience that I've ever had, either spiritually or physically, prepares me to give something to someone, right? Yes. I have gone physically through migraines. They're debilitating since a child. Then they suddenly went away. Then, oh, hi. Hey, look who just flew up here. There's Midnight. Show yourself, girl. She just flew up here. What are you doing up here? I had to take her up into my room so she would have some sun, and so I could watch her also when she's around Gus. Gus still trying to figure out if chickens are part of the family or not. So, oh, she just flew up here. Hi. She loves watching TV too. This is a funny chicken. Are you a funny chicken? Yeah, you guys can't see it, but one of her legs is completely disabled. It's just a mess. She can't use the other ones, overused per se, but she laid that first egg. She hasn't laid one since then. Hmm? But she's just, I don't know, she just loves it. See, I can, yeah, pet her. Huh? Yeah. Well, it's just a chicken. Who cares about a chicken, right? I mean, come on now. Right? Why didn't I could have just, if I just left it out there for that night, that baby chick would have been dead out of its misery per se, whatever. But I went down there and I saved it. Got flogged by the mom too, who said, leave it alone, right? Yeah. Anyway, so here she is now, just about a grown hen, has laid her first egg. Yes. And she makes a mess. I have a crate up here where I put her in at night, and with some hay in it. Hay goes everywhere. It's like a daily cleanup thing. Do we have a deal? Don't poop on my bed. I really would not like that. She's looking at me like, come on now, how little faith you got in me, huh? Yeah. Toot toot toot. Poop poop poop. Poop poop poop. Poop poop poop. Anyway, wants to be a part of the video. What a silly thing. Save a chicken like that. It's just a chicken. Holy canola. It's not like there aren't enough out there. And makes a mess in the house. Huh? But there's something else attached to this chicken. A niece, Lucy, and my granddaughter, Danny, they loved this chicken when it was a chick. They would carry it around all day long and keep it warm, this and that, and they named it together Midnight. And so this isn't just about the chicken, is it? It's about the love that two children gave a little baby animal that then survived. And right. So what else is going on with this chicken? Yeah. It's human kindness. It's a big part of every person's life. It's how we survive, per se. Hmm? Like a silly thing. Who kisses a chicken? Stupid. Huh? So dumb. Huh? How do some things in life make sense? You're going to go and look for a place to lay another egg today. On my bed? You're going to lay an egg on my bed? Are you? Okay, well, you go ahead. You do what you want. Go on. Find a spot somewhere. I won't bother you. So today, restoration. I would say a good human being that has a heart to mind, that understands somehow, even just the principles of nature, the givings in nature, right? A farmer, right? Someone that raises animals or plants, knowing the give and take that goes on there, the conflict, right? When leaders decide that for one reason or another there needs to be a war and two sides have to fight against each other. That's really amazing on how rarely they actually go out themselves but use whatever subjects they have to do that. And due to the fact that we have a keen sense of loyalty, right? As commoners, I'd say, we find that one way to protect our loved ones is to keep the space that we live, the territory we live in, safe from other invaders. The one thing we need to realize about that is that now it's to keep our territory safe from one leader that wants to challenge our leader, right? Yes? Okay. So it's really not about us. It's not about our families. It's not about the other commoners' families, the ones we battle against, and their territory per se, their home, their family, their children. It's always two leaders doing this, right? And using whom? Yet, due to the fact, yes, it's amazing on how our loyalties work. So, I know from having lived long enough, I said, I learned about when your head hurts. I learned about when your back hurts. I learned about when suddenly your hips don't work. I learned about when your knees go out. I learned about all kinds of different things physically that can happen to you where then you become incapacitated. Through all of that, I've also learned that I'm very intolerant towards any kind of pain medication, any kind of pharmaceutical medication. Through all the conflicts in my physical system that I had over all the years since very early on in my life, I've learned how to appreciate herbs and the way one can, okay, on top of that, utilize them. On top of that, my skin is really sensitive as well. So it's like, oh gosh, okay. So I had to learn how to appreciate nature and what it has to give us out there in order for me to actually kind of do all right physically. Are you watching me? Huh? Are you agreeing with me? Says, well, done a pretty good job with me. Yes. Through all that, with my connection to spirit world, and to our Heavenly Father, and to our brother Jesus, and to whatever, my ancestry, and then meeting true parents and the divine principle, I've also learned to appreciate what was given to me through either visions. Don't base a whole lot of credence on dreams yet. I told the story about Maddie in another video. and experiences just on how my interaction works with spirit world. So the one thing that I've come across while sitting with people passing is I was also at a veterans hospital, and on how the difficult sometimes it was for a veteran to pass, even after weeks and weeks of being close to death's door. They couldn't just, there was just something they wouldn't let, couldn't let go. And I'm not going to get into that story because it's going to make me cry. I want to keep this a little shorter. Any soldier, every soldier that comes back that was in combat had to take life, will carry the life he took, the lives he took or she took, they took on their shoulders until that life has been forgiven. Yeah, but I'm fighting on the right side, so who cares? Well, again, I think I tried to explain that in the beginning on how that loyalty works and who is using that. So every life that has been taken needs forgiveness. So the soldiers that return with PTSD and all kinds of other problems, this not due to, it's not just the horror that they've seen. I don't have any bad dreams, this and I don't know what, because I skinned a deer and took its organs out and skinned killed chickens, and ducks and rabbits and made them ready for. I don't have any PTSD from that. Why would a good soldier fighting on a righteous good side, if one wants to call it that, have PTSD then? No, besides that, you just killed them. It's not like you skinned them and gutted them. Yeah, okay. That sounds a bit brutal, doesn't it? But isn't that? Yeah. So why? Because every life that's been taken by a soldier is a life that he will carry, has to carry, she will have to carry with them for the rest of their life until they are forgiven for having taken that life. I know people don't like to hear that, but that's how it is. I can't change that. I've seen that in a vision. I've seen that with sitting with dying veterans who, after we had our interaction with each other, suddenly they were able to pass. That's okay. So I'm not going to get farther into that. There's no need for that. The main thing is, as a soldier, if you have taken life, regardless what side you were on, all you need to do is ask for forgiveness from the soldiers, other soldiers on the other side. Circumstances are as they are. Gosh, she's just hugging me almost here. The situations are as they are. That's not going to change. And if you want to keep that self-righteousness about why you had to do that, this and that, then things aren't going to change for you. If you're willing, either as a soldier who's never taken a life but has given limbs and I don't know what, then forgive. You've got to be able to forgive. If you are a soldier who has taken life, has been in the war, this for whatever reason. I'm not going to get further into that until every soldier out there just lays down their guns, their bayonets, their whatever, and says, well, okay, you go ahead and you fight your war, but if there's no one there, how are you going to fight it? And who wants these wars? I'm just saying, who wants them? Right? Yes? Then until then, this is the way. This is the way to go for you to find peace. When you come back, when you're integrated again with your family, you have to raise a family, you have children that need to be raised. You're going to have to come to terms with the lives that you took by asking the lives that you took for forgiveness. Do you understand? No? Okay. Well, that's what I can say to that. And then you will start that restoration process. You'd be amazed on how much love and understanding Spirit World has for that. Right? To not continue the anger, the hate, the discontent towards another person, another country that you fought against. Because of whom? Again, because of whom? Right. Because there's a leader that wants you to do that. There are leaders who want that kind of conflict to continue. Over what? Yes, that's going to continue. That's going to keep going on until, as I said, every soldier just says, well, nope, not going to do that. No more soldiers, no more war. Right? Yes? Yeah. Anyway, but until then, if you, the one thing that will help you more than anything is acknowledge the lives that you've taken. Self-righteous or righteous or whatever the loyalty thing is, whatever the freedom thing is, and acknowledge the person whose lives you took, the people's lives you took, and ask them for forgiveness, and then the healing can start on both sides. Right? Yes? Hey, you. Are you taking the spotlight in the video? All right. Well, surely there's a reason why she's here. Yeah. Sometimes we think a life is not worth saving. Then we do, and we realize it's helping us make better. I think that forgiving the people that had to fight against us, against you, asking for forgiveness, also to forgive the horror to witness through another country. There is a give and take that we should be aware of, that we should consider it, at least consider it. Yeah, I like my freedom too, through all the sacrifices made out there, yet I wasn't really asked. If it were to come down to it, there's no way that I would want anyone to give their lives for me. I'd rather give my life for them in a peaceful manner and let evil win. Is evil winning in that way? Just depends on how you look at it, right? Yes? Okay. Every day is God's day. God's love and blessings. Always. We'll talk to you another time.